So here's a short story about a guy, 25 years old, who just sent his fiancée packing after finding out that she had all this debt that he wasn't aware of. Turns out that this girl definitely has a spending problem, self-control problem when it comes to spending money and buying things. And years ago found out about it, and he gave her a second chance to get things together and all that, and she promised it would never happen again, and big surprise it did, and now she's toast. And of course, she's not too happy about it, as are her friends. And it's an important point, guys. There's lots of reasons to end a relationship. That if it happens once, don't give them a second chance. If they cheat, don't take them back. Once a cheater, always a cheater. If they ever get physical and harm you, if they do that, if you let it go, it'll happen again. But also people that are really bad with money, rack up all this debt, you're never going to have any kind of comfortable future with someone like that because you're going to go broke. They're going to piss it all away, and it's just never, ever going to work. Before I get into this, make sure you guys come over and check me out on Patreon or Locals, building the men's community over there, me and your fellow a-holes. You can come over there as a free member and just see what it's all about, a little preview of everything, or become a paying supporter and get the good stuff. Exclusive videos, I do 2 to 3 a week that you can't see here on YouTube, stuff I usually can't cover, as well as good pieces of advice and stuff like that. And also getting early access to videos on here before it hits YouTube, commercial free. You get the point. So check it on out. It's on the top of the comment section, the link's there, or in the description. Anyhow, on to the story. This guy says here, my ex-fiancée and I were together for 5 years. About 2 years ago into our relationship, she came to me and told me that she has a compulsive spending problem and needs help. Well, I'm glad she admitted that, at least that point. She had over $10,000 in credit card debt and not been able to make the minimum payments for months and did not have the means to get out of the debt. So I think she actually told him because she's got to pay something and she wants this guy to fix it, not because she was so honorable or something like that. And by the way, she's 23 now, and that was 2 years ago. She was 21 years old with already $10,000 in debt. I had the money and decided to pay it off for her on the condition that she, whoa, smack, you should have broke it over the right then. You paid her $10,000 debt? What do you think someone like that's going to do with that? You out of your mind? But here are the conditions. 1, that she destroy all her credit cards, and 2, get into therapy to address the issue. She agreed to both. Well, did she? Did she destroy the credit cards and stop doing all that and get into therapy? I'm going to probably guess no. That's $10,000. This young guy could have used that for a lot of things. Putting it into retirement accounts, building wealth by investing in the proper places, saving it for a down payment on a condo or a house one day, whatever. He's just right there. That showed her, okay, I can rack it up again. Now let's see if she's changed. He handles things better later on, to make that clear. Until the breakup 2 months ago, we've been living together since she graduated from college in May 2025. I have a condo and she moved in. This past fall, she started a PhD program at the college. I paid all the housing costs, mortgage, utilities, maintenance, etc., and most groceries. Smack! Dude, she's got it made. Come on, dude. Did you get that $10,000 back? I'm probably guessing not. Did she do therapy? I'm probably guessing not. She's got to pay for some things. Don't ever do that, guys. I thought things were good for both of us. My ex was receiving a monthly stipend of $1,800 a month for the PhD program and represented to me that she was saving pretty much all of it every month. We do not share finances. Well, I'm guessing it means commingle them in the same account. Thank God for that. Okay, so she's got everything for free. I hope he's getting plenty of nookie, something. And $1,800, which nowadays is not going to go so far in terms of living expenses, but something. And she's supposed to be saving that. Okay. Well, some months back, I went with some coworkers for the World Cup tickets. Were they overpriced? Yes. Was it a wholly unnecessary expense? Yes. But I was living well below my means and saving big each month, so I had the money to spend on my tickets. It's my fun budget, so I bought a ticket. I got no problem with that. 25 years old, owns his own condo. He lives beneath his means. He's doing well. So well he can support her, which he shouldn't be, but it is what it is. Every once in a while, doing a splurge like that, something important, World Cup ticket, okay. I got no problem with that. About a month after making that purchase, my ex asked me to go in half on a stroller for her sister's baby shower. The stroller on her registry was $600. $600 for one of those? I told my ex I simply was not willing to spend that much on a baby shower gift for her sister. You're damn right. considering that, remember, all the money he paid, the $10,000 to get her out of that situation. Think she paid him back? And he's been paying for everything? No. Well, she came at me about my World Cup tickets. I told her I'm permitted to make ridiculous purchases for myself with my money. That is in no way requires me to make a ridiculous purchase for anybody else. Also, she had been saving her stipend. She would have more than enough to buy the stroller herself, and she got cagey. Yeah, she got annoyed because obviously she knows he's right, but she had to get bitchy. Yeah, where's all that money she's been saving up? After some prying, I found out that she was completely broke and had racked up about $6,000 in credit card debt in the time that we've been living together. So much for the money she's been saving. So the reason the reason she's not having any more debt is because he's been paying all the bills. What about her not getting any more credit cards? What about her all these other promises? She apologized, but after a couple of days of thinking about it, I told her I think it's best that we end things. Thank God. There you go. She moved in with some of our mutual friends. I've seen our mutual friends a number of times since the breakup, and every time they keep trying to get me to reconsider. My ex has texted and apologized more, saying she's willing to do anything, including giving me complete control of her money. Yeah, because it worked out so well before, and she's been lying to him. That was his deal breaker. He bailed her out. You would think that this guy would be running credit reports on her. Seriously, part of that condition back then, if he was going to do that, which I never would have paid the money, I'd be like, not my fucking problem, lady. Be like, okay, every 6 months you have to get a credit report so I can see if you have credit cards and the balances and all that. Obviously, I didn't know about that. I do not want this type of relationship at all. I've tried to get my friends to let it go and let me move on, but it's not working so far. Is there anything I can do to get them to move on from this? I love these people and want our friendship to continue, but I also do not want to have to justify a breakup. I'm moving on with my life, and I think my ex and our mutual friends need to as well. And that is that. So before I get into this, I got to mention something. At the bottom of this article, I kid you not about this chick with money spending problems and all that, is a big American Express advertisement to get a card. I kid you not. Fucking funny. What does he need to do? He needs to tell those friends one time only, guys, I ended it. My relationship status, the breakup, is my business. You can be friends with her. That's fine. But she and I are not getting back together. And you will not act as an intermediary to try to get me to do that. So if we're going to remain a friendship, you don't ever bring up Jessica, whatever the fuck her name is, ever again. End of story. And if they can't respect that, then the friendship is over. Because you can't, this guy obviously, if he's 25 years old, owns his own condo, he's doing well enough to live beneath his means and was supporting her, he's obviously doing well, financially responsible, so he's on a good path in life. He cannot be with a girl like that, obviously, because she's going to hold him down from that, and friends like that, so-called friends, are going to hold him back. There's these moments in life, guys, that literally they're signs from the universe or God, it's time to change your situation. And no doubt the reason she's been with him is to milk him. Think about it from her perspective. Oh, motherfucker paid off my $10,000 debt? Okay, I'll rack up another one. He'll probably fall for the tears a second time. And he's been paying for everything, and she's living there rent-free. I don't hear anything about her doing the dishes and cleaning and cooking and nookie and all that. I would imagine she should. Don't ever be that guy, guys. Don't be the guy to pay for their stuff or get them out of trouble, because they'll do it again. But anyhow, I say good for him. He's done with her and moving the hell on. But gotta be careful. Now, a few comments. One guy says she has a spending addiction. What was she buying that she had $6,000 in debt? In total, she had $16,000 in debt at 23 years old. She's financially irresponsible and would eventually bankrupt if you'd married her. Yeah, there'd be no way he could build any wealth with her. She'd just piss it away. You just caused a few of my hairs to go gray. I don't care how much you love a scorpion, it's going to sting you whether it wants to or not. 3 things that you have to get right even to have a chance at a happy marriage. Sex, kids, and money. If you aren't compatible in any of these, then these 3, there's no chance for a happy marriage. She might be the most lovely girl in the world, but just imagine what she's going to do once your money becomes y'all's money, and she'll feel entitled to it. And if y'all have babies, she'll be entitled to it as well. He says, oh Lord, I was about to take a nap before reading your story. You just keep on being broken up with her. And if your friends can't be real friends, then they need to get the boot too. I totally agree with that. So anyway, guys, that's enough of the comment section here. So remember, cheating or somebody getting violent with you, and also spending addictions or drinking problems or gambling problems, you let that go. Guarantee you they're not going to fix it, and it's going to be right back there again, causing a problem in your life. You got to have boundaries. You got to stand up to yourself. Some people might say, like, he gave her a second chance because obviously he was a good guy and he was young and naive. I never would have given that second chance. If $10,000 in debt, that would tell me everything I need to know about this girl. Goodbye, end of story, And I'm surprised it wasn't even more. But he gave her a chance. Look what happened. Hopefully he learns.